I invest reserves, and I do the AP, the accounts payable.
That's Will County Treasurer Tim Brophy
We have
speaking.
over $300 billion invested right now in reserves in the county, so it's a big part of the job. Most people don't know that. Two most important skills to be a Will County Treasurer: banking and real estate. I grew up in banking, worked in banks on my way up, and I have a real estate license here in Illinois. Those two skills are important because the investments have to be done right, and the collections involve understanding the real estate transaction, where things go wrong, who paid the bill, who didn't pay the bill, who should have paid the bill. So those are two skills I bring to the office. I hope I've earned your trust in 7 years. I started with 19 employees, today I have 18 employees. So we're doing more with fewer people in the Will County Treasurer's Office, and I hope that translates to benefit for you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir. Okay, next, by the way, even if you own a business here, you want to know what that is, you want to know who you are, you want to know this local area. So if it's possible, stand in line and tell your story too. Okay, Michelle?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us.
Ken,
I am Michelle
hold it up a
Stitt,
little bit.
running to be your
You're too
next
far from the mic.
Will County Clerk. And the reason I'm running is because I believe that government should work for all, irregardless of where you live, who you are. I have a long track record of working in public service, and I've been an educator. I currently work in Will County government, and I provide access to services, work readiness services for all of Will County. And those skills will allow me to service individuals that want access to vote. But here's what I want you to think about. Take a moment to think about our democracy being stripped. What would that look like? Speech is denied, freedom of speech. Our voting rights diminished, and those with power goes to a very few.
Hold the
That's what
phone for
our
me. I
current
want to say a few
administration
things.
is doing.
Just hold it straight.
Our vote by mail ballots have been lessened, mailed out 14 days before the election instead of 40. Access to the ballot has been denied. She's wasted government or taxpaying dollars because she had to go to court denying people access to the ballot, and the candidate won. So that was a waste. And so just think about those things and what the future holds and how you want it to look. So I hope that you will stand with me and help fight democracy so that everyone has access to the ballot. Thank you.
Thank you, that was Michelle Stitt. And folks, I really want to say thank you to Jerry and Terry for hosting us over here at the Southern Charm Wedding Venues. Please give them a big hand. And also, Bill Shepard with the Rockaholics for entertaining us tonight with some great music. Please give a big hand to Bill Shepard and his crew. We are celebrating the second anniversary of the Lightning Strike Talk radio show over here. And we got a cake that we are going to cut. But the most important thing is that our democracy is at risk, folks. Especially what is happening in the media. Now, they started off by cutting off the universities, the free speech in universities. Now they are taking on the media. We got to step up and we got to fight back. And that is something that our elected representatives have to take it upon and run with it. We can only do so much as individuals. I don't want to cut too much into the time of the candidates, so on that note, our next candidate is Dan Jandals. Deputy Chief Dan Jungles, who is running for the Will County Sheriff's position. Here's Dan.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out here. Just want to introduce myself real quick. My name is Dan Jungles. I'm running for Will County Sheriff. I've been with the Will County Sheriff's Office for the last 26 years. The last 8, I've been Deputy Chief under Sheriff Mike Kelly. And when I was put in that position, the Sheriff said to me, run your vision how you want. And that's what I've been doing. And throughout the last years, I've made a lot of progress on that vision. We totally revamped our SRO program, the Student Service Officer program, making the schools safer. Because what we did is we trained our deputies on SWAT tactics and critical incident response. All schools that are SROs right now, we have controlled rain cuts now, whereas we didn't have that before. So, you know, when there has been a school shooting, it's not the shooting that kills the kids or the teachers, it's the bleeding afterwards. And that's what the most important aspect is to stop that bleeding. We also partnered up with the U.S. Marshals Service, who have gone after the worst of criminals in Will County and outside of Will County. We've also partnered up with other providers like the DEA, where we have been the financial backers of the DEA, and we get an extra percentage to help pay for a lot of the equipment that the Sheriff's Office has. I've also added another social worker and obtained 3 grants as Deputy Chief to lessen taxpayer burden. I want to continue to do all of these programs as Sheriff, and I want to expand it to our patrol division, to our jail division, so we can have a more well-rounded Sheriff's Office. And I think with my experience throughout the last 8 years, this has helped me prepare for this position, along with my training at the FBI National Academy. So thank you for coming out here. You can find out additional information from me on my website and on Facebook. I'm having a fundraiser October 22nd in Joliet. I'm also selling raffle tickets for a quarter of a cow. So if anyone is interested in getting a raffle ticket for a quarter of a cow, each ticket's $10. So, and I'm only selling 300 tickets. So I only have about 20 tickets available. So if anyone's interested in that, come see me. Thank you very much.
Okay, next person up is Patrick Jones.
Thank you so much for having me here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrick Jones. I'm also I work corrections, patrol division, crime scene investigator. I was a SWAT operator, a SWAT sniper. I'm currently assistant team leader with the crisis negotiations team, and I hold the position of sergeant in the patrol division in the East Side of Joliet. I believe that the sheriff's office should have truth and transparency. Sanitation license. My mother used to always tell me Adam Harris is a double word shot. You put a bunch of alleged criminals together, and then we just go out and read clear. I want to reduce recidivism rate. And I think it goes over for help. It's something right now in the page. I have handled everything from being in bush shot gunfire to negotiating on the side of the road when the guy with the pistol to his head. Trying to tell them the answer reason to it. I still talk to that person to this day. That's true community police. I thank you for this time. If you want to find out what you know about me, go to Patrick Jones from Will County Sheriff. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, we talk education now. Dr. Teresa Rowe.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Teresa Rouse, and I am running for the Will County Regional Superintendent of Schools. Currently, I'm the superintendent in Joliet, District 86. I've been there for 10 years. I have 16 years of total experience as a district superintendent, and also 13 years working at county offices of education, similar setup to our regional offices. For those of you who don't know, here in Will County we have 43 school districts, ranging in size from extremely large and rain-filled down to our small districts, 8 of which have fewer than 1,000 students. my hope and goal would be able to help support them, as well as all our school districts, to be able to do their jobs more efficiently. As a school district superintendent, I know what support is needed, and all of our decisions need to be made based on what's best for students. We're all here for the students. The children are what matter the most. So I appreciate you being here. You can find me on Facebook at Rouse4ROE. We'll have a website up soon, and I'm happy to help answer any questions here tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have a circuit and district court judge, I forget which one of those they call it in this county.
Ken.
Please come in and tell us what you like to do.
Good evening. My name is Peggy O'Connell, and I am a circuit court judge in DuPage County. I was elected in 2020. I currently serve as the presiding judge of the felony division. I oversee all felony, I oversee drug court, and first affairs work. Since my election in 2020 and becoming the presiding judge, I have been very focused on restorative justice. In DuPage County, we have 3 programs to assist with restorative justice. The first is drug court, we have mental health court, we have veterans court. What that means is that if you successfully complete our programs, your case is eligible for expungement or for sealing. And that is important because that is your path to achieving citizenship, home ownership, and employment. I am seeking to be elected to the appellate court, the 3rd Judicial District. I'm not trying to take John Anderson's job, I know he's here, and I'm not trying to take any of the 3 for the 3rd spot. I am running for Justice McDade's
John Anderson,
spot.
I could say if you
She is retired.
Sure.
In addition to working in DuPage County, I grew up here in Will County. I am a graduate of Providence Catholic High School, and I'm looking for your support at this time. I do have petitions here, and if you have any additional questions for me, feel free to ask. Otherwise, you can check out my website, which is judgeoconnell.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have another district court judge, John Padwich, who's running for the appellate court, and that's one of the reasons why we are here tonight, and I'd like to say a few words.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is John Padwich, and as Kim just told you, I am also a candidate for the Illinois Appellate Court, the district. Penny and I are running for the same position, but that doesn't mean we haven't actually struck up a bit of a friendship. We see each other pretty regularly, and I think she's a pretty good person. So, but I do want to tell you a little bit about myself, and that is that I'm running for the Appellate Court. I am currently an associate circuit judge in Will County, here in Will County, and I am going to my 7th year on the bench. And throughout the first 5.5 years or so on the bench, I was in guardianship hall, and then the juvenile nursing blood call, and just recently, at the beginning of this year, I was transferred to the criminal nursing home. And prior to becoming a judge, I did practice law for 14 years, and my focus of my practice was on 2 specific federal statutes that allowed me to bring lawsuits on behalf of victims of international human rights violations. And because of that work, I was able to travel and work in some very interesting parts of the world. And prior to that, getting out of law school, I worked for several years on the Central Intelligence Agency. And so judges to career opportunities, I've worked and spent a lot of time in some very difficult parts of the world that have a very courts and the Supreme Court. Because only with good judges, working together with good lawyers and good judicial partners, can we start to restore some of the faith and loss in the justice system. And I think it's Democrats going into next year are actually going to be in a position here, at least in the third district, with many qualified candidates going for the appellate court. So I do hope you'll take a look at my website, nationaljustice.com, give you some link to ask for your consideration to go in the spring. If you have any questions tonight, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Otherwise, thank you again for your attention.
Okay, while Ken is trying to figure out.
where it is running, so if you can just hold us the phone for me, Ken.
Okay.
Yeah. But another candidate over here, and I want to introduce this one. Come on up. So we'll see. Mark McCarty. Okay, Mark. Michael, all yours.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? Hi, I am Mark McCurdy. I am running for County Board, Will County Board District 3. I've spent my whole career working in or alongside government. I'm very passionate about government. I'm very passionate about providing services to people that need them. I will keep it brief. I'm looking to be your advocate on the Will County Board. I want to make sure that our prevailing wage remains high. I want to make sure that the people that need the services the most get those services. And as an auditor, I want to make sure that the money that we're spending on these services is being spent wisely. So thank you very much. If you have any questions for me, please come find me. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. Folks, one of the things that I like to say on the radio is, at the end of the day, we are neither blue nor red. The beginning of the day, the end of the day, the middle of the day, we are Americans first. And let's keep that thought in mind, that a lot of division that is going on in the country, let's come together as Americans. When I travel, when I whip out my passport, it does not say whether I'm a Democrat or a Republican, it says citizen of the United States of America. That is what we have to really focus on. I also want to take a minute now to really recognize the team that puts together the lightning strike. Mark Ferry is on our board of advisors, former Will County board member. Peggy Luke is my co-host of the show. Carl Lewis is over here, who is doing a segment on science and technology on the show. We got about 8 people that come together every Friday to plan the show and every Sunday to do the show. It takes a lot to get this thing out on the air. Our next candidate, please come on up. And again, thank you all for really coming out today. And a big thanks again for Jerry and Terry for hosting us over here. Terry Lucas.
Thank you very much. I will be quick. I think I'm the last. I'm Sherry Lucas. I'm the current county board member for District 3, which is actually the townships of Creek, Money, Green Garden, and part of Frankfort Township. I'm running with Mark. There's 2 spots for each district, not running against Mark. So I just wanted to introduce myself so you guys know me. I've been on the board since 2019. I had the pleasure of serving with Mark on the board before he left. And I just want to say that to me, the most important thing about being a county board member is first of all, listen. Second of all, learn as much as you can about the issue. And then lastly, make a decision based on the facts. And that's what I try to do. So thank you very much. Appreciate being here tonight.
Thank you, Shirley. And our final candidate is actually running for Cook County Commissioner. And I want to invite Islam Shahad to come and say a few words.
Thank you.
Thought I'm going to do my shot. How are we? Up more? Yeah. Apparently some issues with the microphone people here. Are we good on this level? Excellent. All right, well, first of all, hello everyone. My name is Hussein Shahid.
I'm going to introduce Carl to say hello for being in the lightning strike.
No.
Yeah.
Invite Anderson first.
Oh, okay, Anderson first.
So when we do the cake cutting, then I
Yeah,
want
yeah, that's
Carl
fine.
over there.
Well, I mean, this is all still live.
Yeah.
He can just say a few words. He's not going to spend long. So I'll do Anderson first, and then
Yeah.
You are working across the country, really politically abandoned. That a lot of people are genuinely struggling just to pay their bills. I want to bring back that genuineness, especially in Sucre County politics, that's been lost. So I'm running on 3 different issues on the platform that I have listened to from food hosting town halls, voter registration drives, even organizing the side. The first issue is the affordability crisis. It's affecting the Southland area. Property taxes are skyrocketing, which is leading people price out of their own homes. So something really intentional about is bringing small business owners into the Southland, right? So you can have like very equitable property taxes when it comes to personal homeowners. And also, the second issue is criminal justice reform. So I used to be a prosecutor at the Cook County State's Attorney's Office for about 4 years, then served as policy advisor on the administration, and now working with the Illinois Attorney General, Paul Raul, as the senior legislative counsel. So definitely want to hold the dangerous criminals accountable, but at the same time providing a second chance and mercy for individuals who are suffering mental health, addiction issues, veterans issues, prostitution, so much more. And finally, the Medicaid crisis that's happening, that's being governed across the country. I personally think that everyone should have health care, and I'm committed to making sure that Cook County Care and Cook County Charity is fully funded under these circumstances. My family immigrated from Palestine to the Park 30 to 50 years ago, been here for a long time, and really been gracious for this community. Otherwise, the different government in the county just want to see hand raised. I talked to some guys in the back, like a guy here, maybe some in the advance in the back. Love to talk to you old folks. 100% for your time. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Finished now.
I want to introduce you to one of our co-hosts on our radio show, The Lightning Strike. Carl, can you just come up real quick and say something? And then I'd like to have the public court judge, Jack
We're going to take a group picture of everybody. I just want to call it.
talk to you a
Cut the
little
cake.
bit and cut the cake.